All right, so get ready for a deep dive into his story that's just wild. It's all about turning a pretty crazy idea into something real.
Oh, yeah.
We're talking about this guy, Hary.
Okay.
And he created this dating site, Yeezy Dating.
Wait, Yeezy? Like Kanye West?
Exactly. A dating site specifically for Kanye fans.
That's not niche.
And we're getting this straight from the source, his book, The Kanye Story.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
So how did this whole thing even start?
Okay, so picture this. Dries up late one night, can't sleep.
Been there.
He's scrolling online, right?
Yeah.
And he comes across this article, something about a dating site for Trump supporters. And that sparks an idea.
I can see where this is going.
What if he created a dating site for fans of someone equally, let's say, polarizing?
Kanye
West.
That's kind of brilliant, actually.
Right. Instead of shying away from the controversy, he sees it as a way to stand out.
Makes sense. Get people talking.
Exactly. He even talks about being inspired by, like, Elon Musk and Supreme.
Oh, I see it. Brands that really push the envelope.
And get this. He doesn't spend months agonizing over the perfect name or some big business plan.
He just goes for it.
He goes with his gut. Yeezy Dating.
Memorable. You know exactly what it is.
And here's the thing that's so crazy.
What?
He goes viral before the site even exists.
Wait, seriously? How'd he pull that off?
It's all about marketing, even at this early stage.
Okay, so what did he do?
He creates this coming soon landing page,
Smart.
but then he seeds it with these provocative statements.
Like what?
Like banning Taylor Swift fans.
Oh, he's playing with fire.
He knows it'll get people talking, and it does.
So news outlets pick it up.
Headlines everywhere. Buzz is building.
That's free publicity right there.
So he's stirring things up online, generating all this attention.
Pretty savvy. But then he actually has to build the website.
And there's a catch.
What's that?
He doesn't know how to code.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
So what does he do?
He basically teaches himself to code while working full-time.
Whoa. That's dedication.
He describes it as just like raw, aggressive.
He's just bulldozing through obstacles.
Exactly. He's not worried about fancy code. He just needs it to work.
I can respect that. Sometimes you just got to get it done.
So it's messy. It's frustrating. But he pushes through it.
So he figures it out, gets the website up and running.
The media's buzzing. Kanye fans are excited. He launches the site.
Oh.
And at first,
Yeah.
things seem okay.
Okay.
People are signing up, creating profiles, making connections.
So it's working.
But then, duster.
Uh-oh. What
The
happened?
site crashes.
No way.
It can't handle all the traffic. Pictures disappear.
Error messages everywhere, the whole 9 yards.
Total meltdown.
And now I can't imagine putting in all that work, all that time.
And just seeing it crumble.
Ouch. So how does he recover from that?
Well, this is where it gets interesting. It's a great example of how, like, a setback
Yeah.
can lead to something you never expected.
Okay, I'm listening.
So, Dry, feeling totally defeated, he reaches out for help. Yeah, on some developer forum. And what happens next is pretty amazing.
Tell me.
This team of developers from a place called Crowdform Digital Agency, they see his post,
Okay.
and they volunteer to help him rebuild the site.
Wow, seriously.
For free. They see his passion, his hustle. They want to be a part of it.
That's incredible. The online community can be so supportive sometimes.
Right. It's a good reminder that we don't always have to do everything ourselves.
So the site's back up and running. What does he do then? Just sit back and wait.
No. This whole experience changes him. He realizes, relying on people just finding the site
Yeah.
and media attention, it's not enough.
He needs a bigger plan.
A bolder plan.
Yeah.
He needs to get Yeezy
Yeah.
dating in front of his target audience.
And how does he do
He
that?
comes up with an idea that's just,
Crazy.
audacious, brilliant.
Okay, lay it on me. What's the plan?
Billboards.
Billboards.
Not just any billboards. Billboards in 4 cities
Where?
where Kanye West has offices.
He's going straight to the source.
A direct line to his target audience. It's
pretty out there. I'll give him that.
I can't wait to tell you what happens next. It's a wild ride.
All right, let's hear it.
So billboards, to get Kanye's attention. I mean, we're talking about Kanye West, right?
Yeah, a global icon. It's crazy.
How do you even begin to pull something like that off?
Well, it's interesting because the idea is so big, so audacious.
Yeah.
But the way Dry actually did it, it was really scrappy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he brought his dad on board. They turned, his brother's room into this command
It's a
center
command center.
to coordinate everything. They had clocks set to different time zones,
Wow.
juggling photographers, press releases,
But
logistics.
that's amazing.
It was a real family affair.
I love that. It's like you don't need a huge team or a ton of money.
Right. Just resourcefulness.
And a supportive family, apparently.
Definitely. But I'm guessing things didn't go exactly as planned.
Of course not. It wouldn't be a good story if it did.
So picture this. Just hours before the billboards are supposed to go up.
Yeah. Dry gets a call. It's Lamar, the Billboard company he booked for in New York and Wyoming.
Oh.
They're pulling out.
No way.
Legal concerns.
Are you serious? Months of planning, all that money?
Gone.
It's like everything's falling apart. What did he do?
He was ready to give up, honestly. Just scrap the whole thing.
I don't blame him.
But his dad, he wouldn't let him quit. He said, we'll find a way. And they did. But it took some, let's say, creative problem solving.
Creative? Like what? They didn't do anything illegal, did they?
Well, Dry's dad, he calls Lamar's legal team,
Okay.
but he pretends to be a journalist from the BBC,
Oh, wow.
putting pressure on them, asking about their decision.
I can't believe that worked.
Meanwhile, Dry's working on the account manager, negotiating, persuading. It was a tense few hours, but
They pulled it off.
they got the deal back on track.
That's amazing. Talk about thinking on your feet. So the billboards went up.
They did. New York, Wyoming, London, mission accomplished.
That's incredible. He actually did it. So that's the end of the story, right? Not quite.
Yeah.
Just as things are picking up, Kanye makes that infamous comment. You know, the one about slavery?
Oh, yeah. I remember that.
Yeah.
Huge controversy.
All that work, all that effort, and suddenly no one's talking about Dry's clever campaign anymore.
Talk about bad timing. So what did he do? Tried to get more press.
This is where it gets interesting. He does something really simple but really effective.
What's that?
He calls the receptionist at Yeezy's headquarters.
He calls the receptionist.
Yep. Just a regular phone call.
No PR firms, no fancy connections.
He explains the whole thing to her, the site, the marketing, the billboards, and to his surprise, she's really into it.
Wow. So what happens? Does she put him through to Kanye?
Even better. It turns out her best friend works at Yeezy.
No way. What are the chances?
A few weeks later, Dry gets a screenshot. It's Yeezy's internal office chat. They're talking about Yeezy dating. His project reached Kanye's inner circle,
That's unreal.
and it leads to something even bigger.
What could be bigger than that?
He gets a phone call from the CFO of Kanye West's company.
Hold on. He went from building a website in his bedroom to talking to one of the most influential people in the world.
That's Hary Dry for you.
So what happened on the call? Did he say?
That's where the Kanye story gets a little mysterious. He doesn't say exactly what happened, but he talks about feeling calm, accomplished.
Like a sense of closure.
Yeah. Remember how he was talking about feeling validated by this whole experience? I think that phone call, regardless of what happened, it was a symbol of how far he had come.
That makes sense. It's like the journey itself became more important than the destination. But I have to admit, I'm dying to know what happened with Yeezy dating. Did it become a real thing? Did Kanye invest?
I think that's part of what makes Dry's storytelling so good. He leaves us hanging. We get to imagine the possibilities. But even without knowing the ending, there's so much we can learn from his story.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a lot to unpack here. It's about entrepreneurship, marketing, taking risks. We should dive into those takeaways a little more. So we've heard all about Hary Dry and this, incredible journey, all the ups and downs. It's amazing.
Yeah, he had quite a ride.
But what's it all about? What can we take away from this crazy story?
Well, I think it goes beyond just, building a website. It's a lesson in marketing and not the traditional kind.
Right. He didn't exactly follow the rule book.
Dry understood that to get attention these days, online especially,
Yeah.
you got to be bold, creative, even a little provocative.
He was definitely stirring the pot.
Oh, yeah. He knew what would get people talking, get them sharing. Think about how he used that controversy.
Yeah, to get those headlines.
Exactly. He wasn't afraid to leverage that. But it wasn't just about attention for attention's sake.
There was a strategy there.
Absolutely. He knew his audience.
Kanye fans.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The humor, the boldness, all of that, it tied into Kanye's own personality, his brand.
And that's such a good point, right? Knowing your audience.
Oh, it's crucial. For anyone, whether you're building a brand or launching a product, understanding their values, what makes them tick.
It's about crafting a message that connects.
And let's not forget the technical side of things.
Oh, yeah, all the coding.
He taught himself how to do all that while working full-time. I mean, that's impressive.
and he ran into problems,
Yeah.
right? The site crashed, had to rebuild.
He never gave up, though.
He was all about that hustle.
More than just a word, it's that drive to learn, adapt, find solutions no matter what.
I think a lot of people can relate to that, facing those obstacles.
Mhm.
But he also had help, right?
Oh, yeah. When that site crashed, he was at his lowest point.
Totally defeated.
But he reached out online, that developer community. They came through for him.
It's amazing how they just volunteered to help.
The power of community, right? People wanting to help, share their knowledge.
It's a good reminder that we don't always have to go it alone.
Sometimes you just need to ask for help.
So taking a step back, this whole Yeezy dating thing, it's about more than just a website, right?
It's about thinking differently, taking risks, being okay with not knowing what's going to happen.
And it's about that hustle, that community support. It's about the unexpected twists and turns life throws at you.
It makes you think, what unconventional approaches can we take in our own lives? How can we be more creative, resourceful, maybe even a little audacious?
Like Dry, right? Billboards for a dating site. A phone call to a receptionist to reach Kanye West. It seems crazy, but
There's a method to the madness.
thinking outside the box, taking those risks, and never underestimating those human connections.
And sometimes, the most unexpected path, it leads to something amazing. Who knows? Maybe all it takes is a late-night idea, a bit of courage, and the willingness to just go for it. You might surprise yourself.
That's a great note to end on. So there you have it, folks. The story of Yeezy dating, a wild ride of creativity and hustle, and a reminder that sometimes the craziest ideas can lead to the most interesting journeys.